What's going on, blockchain? This is Nick from Truth Blitz. So I just wanted to come out and do a quick video. There's an article that really caught my eye, so we're going to read it. First, let's check out the cap. Things have been kind of sideways the last couple days. We had a bit of a pullback after a Bitcoin pullback anyway, after the fork. Bitcoin dropped in price, alts went up, and then we had a bit of an alt pullback, and things have been, for the most part, kind of sideways. You can see everything's down a little bit or up a very little bit, so nothing too crazy, not a lot of movement. I do have the bot running still. Actually, it got shut down because I had to restart my computer, but I started it back up, and you can see I am making profits. Basic attention token, I have not made trades yet. So if you're interested in getting a gun bot at a discount, you can contact me. Link is in the description, and you can get your own trading bot so you can make trades without having to do it yourself. So anyway, let's get into this article. This one really caught my eye. Man in Michigan prosecuted for selling Bitcoin. So this is this is where my boy Crypto Blood lives. So I don't know if he saw this yet, but let's read it. According to local news media reports, a Michigan man named Bradley Anthony Stetke has been charged by local authorities for operating an unlicensed money transmitting business. The charges have been filed in U.S. District Court. Per the report, Stetke had been brokering Bitcoin transactions worth hundreds of thousands of dollars without the proper licensing required for monetary brokering. He had been using the website Local Bitcoins and would meet his would-be clients at Tim Hortons restaurant going by the moniker Salt and Pepper. As part of a sting operation, federal agents met the trader and purchased more than $55,000 in Bitcoin over the course of a number of meetings, with Stetke even brokering deals with out-of-state sellers. These activities are all licensed by state and federal agencies. The operation highlights the reality that Bitcoin is still within a widespread adoption curve as the power of the decentralized currency is mitigated and the dangers of illegal activities. Governments, while embracing the potential for growth, nevertheless continue to express concern over the risks associated with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So basically, he was not a licensed money transmitter, and they got him for it. That's it's sad to see that. They're going after people like this. This guy's not screwing anybody over. This guy's not hurting anybody. So, it's real kind of disheartening for me anyway to see something like this. Just take a quick look over at the Cointelegraph and see what else we got going on. Here's one about the SEC. See, this is this here, I've talked about this in other videos. I talked about the landscape changing and regulations, coming down the pike, as countries try to ban ICOs and ban cryptos in general. And, so we have another one here. During a speech given at a Securities Enforcement Forum on Thursday, the co-director of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC Enforcement Division, Stephanie Avakian, made it clear that the Commission sees the need for strict digital enforcement when it comes to ICOs. While the SEC sees and affirms the power of blockchain technology, they are nevertheless fully aware of the danger that such digital technologies pose as a vehicle for fraud. The risk toward investors and the general public must be mitigated according to the Commission's view, the co-director said. Here's a quote: "Blockchain technology presents many interesting issues and can, of course, present legitimate opportunities for raising capital, but like many legitimate ways of raising capital, the popular appeal of virtual currency and blockchain technology can be an attractive vehicle for fraudulent conduct. We think that creating a permanent structure for the consideration of these issues within the cyber unit will ensure continued focus on protecting both investors and market integrity in this space." The SEC has made it clear that they will treat tokens as securities in many cases, driving fear into the ICO market. These recent statements only reaffirm the reality that governments are increasingly seeing the need for oversight in the field. While this news may come as negative for some, others have argued that clearing out the riffraff of the ICO world would actually improve the overall marketplace. So, listen, they're going to. I have a feeling we may be the next country to ban ICOs. Maybe not an outright ban, but they don't want. This is cryptocurrencies are anti-establishment, right? They're decentralized, so they are. Yes, there is a lot of fraud in cryptocurrencies in the market. There's a lot of fraudulent ICOs. People get screwed. I understand that. However, I believe they're going to, and this is just my opinion, I think they're going to try to outlaw ICOs altogether in the name of preventing fraud. If you are allowed to have an ICO, you're basically going to have to basically pay. You know what I mean? You're going to have to be approved by the SEC. I mean, I could see something like that happening. I don't know. They don't want regular people, making money and raising money. You know what I mean? I mean, I think if they went after ones that have happened that are fraudulent, that's not such a bad thing. There was a story about, a couple weeks back about a guy who had 2 different fraudulent ICOs, and I talked about this in one of my videos, and they went after him. I think he was the first person that they went after, having to do with an ICO, and they went after somebody individually. So, I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about this. I don't think we should have all this regulation. It really kind of defeats the purpose of, decentralization. I understand stopping fraud, and I get that, but they're going to take that to a whole nother level. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd really love to know. Are you for or against regulation? Are you for or against the SEC getting involved in this space? So I mean, I've heard it both ways from people. So let me know what you guys think. You can follow me on Twitter at TruthBlitzMedia, and like I said, if you want to buy a gun bot, the link is in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video.